Welcome back to the weekly watch list, guys. Let's go ahead and dive into the assets I'm looking at this week, the reasons why I'm looking at them, and where I'm looking to take action and get on the bus. Right, so first on the list we've got Hong Kong. Okay, now what we're looking at with Hong Kong, I'm looking at this in a bullish direction. I've got my target mapped out. Now, in terms of the bus stops, what we're seeing with Hong Kong, it hasn't recently bounced off. It's only recently, shall I say, sorry, bounced off the weekly 10 and 20, which is like a really nice bounce for a medium term sort of setups. Okay, and this is where we can then chunk in to try and work out better entries of how to get into this. So if we didn't go onto the daily time frame, you can see there were some early setups this morning, but obviously the bus has now left the bus station. So what we don't want to do is then be looking to chase after that bus. So this is where we require a little bit more patience. This is where you require setting up alerts so you don't miss out. And the next bus stop for me is now going to be looking at the 4 hour bus stop, where ultimately what I'm looking for is that price just to pull back into that 10 and 20 area, see the bar close out and respect it. And that's where I'll be looking to take action to get in. And again, mapping out my target, be looking to take it up to here. Probably expect this trade to maybe go on for the duration of the week, could maybe even carry over. But again, one that I'm watching looks very promising. Next on the list, I've got US Russell. Now, again, looking at this, realist on a weekly time frame, same sort of setup, right? We had a bounce off of that zone last week. It was, again, in the watch list last week that we spoke about. It's still going to be in the watch list this week. It's in a very good position, okay? But you can see we're now looking at where the entries are going to be. Daily time frame, you can see it's a little bit overbought right now as far as the daily setup goes. So if I want to be looking at getting into this one and holding it for more of a longer period of time, I probably would need to see this close the gap and come back down to the daily 10 and 20 for me to have more confidence to hold it, let's say, going up to the target of where it could get to this week. But what I could be looking at some short-term opportunities this week where we're looking at where it is right now, the price being at the 10 and 20 on that 4 hour setup, which is what we call that daily bus stop. So it could be some really good opportunities today for some short-term setups. Last on the list, we've got FTSE 100. Again, looking at this at a weekly time frame, this is a wait. So I'm not really going to be looking at more medium term because it's a bit overbought on the medium term setups. Again, we want to be buying in around these levels. So it's going to be more short term. If you look at this on a daily time frame, you can see it's not too far away, but again, still would need to close that gap. So every single sign is pointing towards more just short-term trading at this current time. So this is where we're looking at 4 hour setups where you can see it's just come down and closed out this morning. It's starting to move already. So a slight retracement could still be a good opportunity here or even waiting for the next setup. But I'll be keeping an eye on this all week, but just for the 4 hour setup to be getting in and getting out, getting in and getting out. And that is exactly what I'm looking at this week. They're my top 3 picks. Please stay tuned. Please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future watch lists. And I'll catch up with you again next week, guys.